Good afternoon, all. I would like to talk on should Hindi be the official language of India. Recently, we celebrated Hindi Diwas on 14th of September, and from there, a debate was started that it should be made as official language or not. It is not new that we are seeing such debates on official language of country, and it is from 1960s when we see that the issue of making it official language started. So also our union minister said that one nation, one language should be imposed and Hindi should be made the official language of India. But if we deeply observe that it should be made official or not, then we'll find that there are only 2 points which we can say on which we want to make it official language. That first one is it is our native language, and the second one is English is not our language, or you can say it's a foreign language. That's why we are saying that we should made Hindi to be our official language. But when we'll see the counterpart of it, we'll see a lot of appeasement for this, and you'll see that as India, in the Constitution of India, we have 22 official language, 22 languages in our Constitution, and also as a diverse country of India, we see that people speaks different languages in different area. If we go to south, you'll see Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and many other language. If you go to north, then we'll see Punjabi, Haryanvi, Kashir, a number of language we are seeing. But in such type of scenario, you cannot impose a single language on each and every person. You cannot say that only you have to speak in English, or you can say that only have to speak the other any language or particular Hindi language. So if you are imposing any particular language, then it will definitely violate their particular right, or you can say a particular right to speak, then right to choice, you can say that. Also, as Hindi and English are official languages of India. And from a current scenario, we can say this that English is worldwide spoken and worldwide accepted. And the scenario is that we are that much, you can say we are a developing country, and you need the outer support of the country. You need international support for your country, and for gaining it, you have to such language to communicate with them, and you have to such language to transact with them, in which they are acceptable or they accept that language. And in case you made Hindi as official language or national language of India, you will find a lot of difficulties. Our country will face difficulties, as there will be too much difficulty in transacting items, or you can say in business standards you will get difficulties on international level. And you can say there are a lot of bad impacts of imposing any particular language or Hindi on India. That's from my side.
I just want to ask you a question that what's the problem in making Hindi a official language? Because making it a official language, that doesn't mean that everyone has to use the Hindi language only. They can use their own language, but our India will be known as that our official language is Hindi. That's it. It's not compulsory that everyone has to speak in Hindi only.
Okay. So as you are saying about official languages Hindi or English, and you want to say that we have to make official languages Hindi. So when there is some official language, then every official document is made in Hindi only. And if we go to south, then they will also find an official document in Hindi. And if you go anywhere in India, then you will find official document in Hindi. And this will although ultimately create difficulty for them. If a person does not know Hindi, if he is living in south, then how will he observe that particular document he is facing? Like you have a passport of yourself, and there is only written in Hindi. Then what you will do with that? If you are going outside of India, if you are going here and there, then what will happen to that person? So you cannot make it official language. As already we are using both languages. So what's the bad thing in it? You can use both languages and continue your transactions. Okay. Thank you. Any other questions?
Okay, so as we all know, English is a global language.
Yeah.
We have to learn English in order to trade internationally. whatever we wants to do, we have to communicate with others. They don't know our language. So English is the language of communication, right? So what do you think? Is English is increasing or Hindi is dying nowadays?
Sorry, can you
The
repeat the last line?
popularity of English is increasing or the popularity of Hindi is dying nowadays?
You cannot say that the popularity of Hindi is dying. As in the current scenario, you can see large number of people of India speaks Hindi, and they are trying to learn English. They are not denying Hindi. They are not or you can say releasing Hindi. There is not eradication of that particular language. You can say it's they are learning new things. They are learning English for the global communication and to be accepted by all. That's why English is globally people are learning new things and learning English. Okay, thank you. One more question.
If China can make Chinese as their official language,
Yeah.
UK can make their English like their official language. So why cannot India make Hindi as their official language?
You gave example of China. So if we see the scenario of China, that it got you can say there was not a lot of influence of outer environment on China. They were using Chinese Mandarin from a very previous time. We can say a large number of years they are using that particular language. They never shifted to any other language. But in the scenario of India, there were so much invasions in India. Britishers came to India, and although soon we adopted that particular language, and now we are in such a phase that we cannot leave that particular thing, because it happens that if you are using something from the birth, you can say from the very previous time, then it will it becomes your habit. You can say people get you can say the word for that, people get obsessed with that particular thing, or you can say people get used to that thing. So in the case of China, all the world is used to from that particular thing, or used to that they are not using that thing. They never use English, so they always behave in Chinese, or talk in Chinese, or communicate in Chinese. But in India, if from now, if you going to impose Hindi as official language, this is not practically possible. So we should focus on practically possible thing, and we should not go on the theoretical thing that they are using Chinese, why we not. So we should think practically. Thank you.